Good afternoon, Avon Wings. Today we are going to have a great call as you requested. We are working on increasing sales because this is the best time of the year to capitalize on sales, recruitment, and we want to give you different options. Last call that we had, we also talked about increasing sales, doing fundraisers. We didn't talk in details about fundraisers, but we did talk the different options that you have to sell to a large amount of people. And this includes selling with helpers, includes open house selling, and doing your fundraisers. And when we talk about fundraisers, a lot of people get scared because they think that they're not able to do it. They can't find an organization. They think it's like the hardest thing that anyone can do, and it's not. I want to give you a few options, and you're going to see that once you take the first step to work on fundraisers, that is going to be the beginning of all your success in sales. You're going to like it so much because you are helping an organization and you're also increasing your business with sales and with recruits, team members added to your team. So I'm going to go over the basics, and if I leave anything out, please, I rely on you to just type in the chat box or ask me questions, and I'm going to have questions and answers at the end of the presentation. Okay, so let's get started. As you know, fundraisers is an opportunity to not always help an organization. It's also a way for you to increase sales. That the organizations benefit from the earnings and you benefit from the business that is coming back to you. Why do I say that they benefit from the earnings and the business that's coming back to you? Because we give them, and I'm going to give you in my business what I do. It's up to you. I know other representatives do not give a 40%. I like to give the organizations a 40% because they are pretty much doing all the work. We collect the 10% and we use the flyers. Why the flyers? The flyers offer a 50% commission, and the products are guaranteed to come. Where when you use the brochure, you have the you can get back orders that can interfere in the fundraiser earnings, and you're also going to have to go back and fill those orders, especially during this time of the year that there's a lot of sales. A lot of our products are not going to be available, and you have to understand that. Like any other company, we have back orders. Other companies have back orders. We can't guarantee a product that's going to be available, especially if there's a lot of representatives who sold that product. So by using the flyers, it's a great way for you to guarantee that those products are going to come and they're going to be in the hands of your customers and the participants in that fundraiser. So let's start from the beginning. Once you decide to start doing your fundraisers, and start tomorrow, start today, because it only takes for you to search the local organizations. And we're going to do local organizations in this call. However, I want you to keep in mind that you can also do a fundraiser outside your area. When you do your local organizations, you you can Google organizations in your area, or you can go to the phone book, or if you get a phone book, you can get the names of the organizations so that you can make the calls. So you have the names, organize them in one notebook. I suggest that you get a notebook just for your fundraisers so that you can keep yourself organized. I suggest that you have 1 to 2 fundraisers going every campaign. Depending on the amount of yeses that you get, that means that you either have to up your prospecting for fundraisers, or understand that you're not going to have you're not going to have the amount of fundraisers that you have, that your goal is 1 to 2 fundraisers or more. So you have the organizations, you give them a call. That's the first step. You give them a call, and I'm going to do like a kind of role play. Hello, my name is Milagros, and you can have, of course, you say your name. My name is Milagros, and I'm a local Avon representative. May I speak to the person that's in charge of fundraisers or activities for, your organization? And make sure you get names, numbers, and email addresses before you get transferred. So before you get that call transfer, get that information so that you can have it already. Once you get a call, your call forwarded, or you're speaking to the person, you say, hello, my name is Milagros. I'm a local Avon representative, and we are reaching out to the local organizations to give them an opportunity to raise funds during the holidays. Okay? So notice that I am not asking. Notice that I am stating what I want. I'm giving them an opportunity so that they can use my products and my services, the Avon products and my services, so that they can raise the money that they need for the holidays. And notice that I mentioned the holidays. Okay, so yes, this is the person. We go around and we approach organizations. Let's say that you're talking to that person, and our goal is, so that you can raise at least $2,000 in a fundraiser that's going to last 2 weeks. Give them a goal of how much money they're going to make. Remember, in all my calls, my videos, I talk about showing them the money. And why $2,000? $2,000 is my figure for a fundraiser that has 20 participants. You do not want to commit to a fundraiser that has less than 20 participants, because if you have less participants and they want to raise some money, and they're not raising $2,000 minimum like you promised them, or if they have another goal of more money, they have at least something to start with. And 20 participants equals $2,000 in earnings. Especially now, and that's a $5,000 fundraiser. At 40%, the organization makes $2,000 and you keep $500 for your expenses. So before you can do it while you meet, or you can also do it while you are on the phone with that person. Ask them what their goal is. And this is important, because if you ask that person what their goal is, you're going to be able to create a plan, and that person is not going to expect an amount of money that they're not going to receive. For example, if you have an organization that wants to raise $30,000 and you have the cost, maybe they want to build an addition. Maybe they want to do a park or replace the furniture, whatever it is that they want to do. And you're telling them that with the 20 participants, they already told you, okay, we have at least 20. So we want to go with those 20. Perfect. If they have more, that's great. So let them know, look, with these 20 active participants, you have, you're going to have $2,000 raised with this first fundraiser. So let's set up a plan so that we can continue these fundraisers until you meet your goal. And that way they know what to expect. They know that if they have other working fundraisers, that they're going to give you the option to help them raise that kind of money. And you're not going to lie to them. By saying you're going to raise your $30,000, you're giving them a goal, 20 participants actively selling. So what happens when you have a fundraiser that has over 100 participants? That's going to give you a cost that, you know, it's going to be tough for some representatives who do not have the funds to invest for their fundraiser. What we do when that happens, we meet with, of course, the person that's doing the you know, organizing the whole fundraiser, and we let them know if when this fundraiser is successful, we will give you back the cost of the flyers, because for over 100 participants, your cost is going to be over $100 when you purchase the envelopes, when you purchase the flyers, and you also have the flyers for the elephant. So not only the booklet, but also the elephant is the materials that you want to use for your fundraiser. So how are you going to send the proposal? First, you called, okay, you got the contact. You let that person know. If you have, you leave him a voicemail, I will be sending you the proposal by mail, and I will be calling you back in a few days or the day after, whatever it is your follow-up is going to be like. So go to youravon.com under earnings opportunity and go to fundraisers and download the presentation for fundraisers so that you can, oops, I lost my screen. The presentation for fundraisers, there you go, so that you can send it. So you can send it to the person that you have the contact. You copy the solicitation letter that's there and put it in the body of your email. And you download the booklet, download the flyer for the elephant, and download the envelope, the collection envelope. And change the body so that you can have it more personalized as far as when would you be contacting that person, the name of that person, and the contact information. So as you can see, this is something that you can do without doing the legwork. You can do it from your house, selecting a period of time where you're going to do your you know, prospecting for fundraisers. You're going to send you know, 5 emails a day, then you know that you got to set up the follow-up. That's why I tell you to get a notebook so that you know who you sent out the letters by mail, so that you can go ahead and do the follow-up. And you know, as you start sending the emails, you do the follow-up with the ones that you send the email before. That's important, because if you don't follow through, if you don't say what you're supposed to do, you're going to lose trust, and they will not call you for anything else, and they will not return your calls, and you're just messing up an opportunity to, you know, to work with this organization. Okay, so if you're on the phone, please press mute so that we don't have the background. And then I'll ask questions. I asked if you have any questions at the end of the call. Okay, so once you have that letter sent out, you want to call them, and when you call them, agree on a time to meet with that person. I sent you a proposal. I would like to meet with you. What works for you this week or next week? Close the deal. Don't ask. Make sure that you feel confident enough to understand that you're helping that organization raise funds. Okay? So, once you decide when to meet with that person, make sure that you pick the person that's going to be in charge of that fundraiser. There's got to be an in-house person that's going to collect orders and it's going to collect the money. And it's going to help you order the flyers. So once that person is, you have the contact, make sure that you get also the contacts for the participants who are going to be in that fundraiser. However, she is in charge, or him is in charge to contact and keep the participants engaged on turning in the orders and the money. And you also going to have your list of participants, and you might want to, if that group is involved in social media or they're active in social media, you might want to add them to a group so that you can also keep contact with them, or through text messages or through emails, or there's some groups through Yahoo and Google that you can add the emails and you can interact with that group. And as they start replying to the emails, then everybody gets notification and keeps the group engaged. However, that person in-house is the one that has a relationship with those participants, and she is the one that's going to keep them engaged and motivated, because if you don't have a productive fundraiser, the earnings are not going to be there, the order size is not going to be there, and they're not going to call you back. So make sure that they know why they're raising funds for, the amount of money that they are targeting to have, and let them know the goal for each participant is to sell to 10 to 20 people from the flyers that they have. You want to do 2 categories for incentives for your participants, just to let them know and keep their goal in mind. What we do is, for the one that sells to the most customers, it's one winner. And then for the ones who sells the most is the other winner. And we do baskets. And you can use, if it's a kids incentive, you want to use the Avon kids line. And you also, we've done Toys R Us toys, where we just buy, toys according to the age group and include them in the baskets. Just to make it more fun. And if it's an adult fundraiser, if you want to do jewelry, you can. I recommend that you do daily needs or skincare, because those are going to be the breadwinner for your business and return and continue sales. So whatever basket you pick, make it fun. If you don't know how to do baskets, just put it in a nice, in a nice gift bag, so that they have something that they earn, and announce the winner, the winners. So at the end of the fundraiser, what we do is give that organization the option to continue with online sales for that fundraiser. So we give them 2 to 3 months. It's really up to you how many months you want to give that organization. And at the end of that period, you can give them a check for whatever commission on your online sales you agree. I recommend that you do 10%, 10 to 15%. And why do we do this? Because at the end of your fundraiser, that you're going to keep in touch with that organization a second time so that you can continue scheduling other fundraisers, or that maybe they can recommend other organizations for the next fundraisers. You have to register your fundraisers. I did not go through details about how to register it, the forms. It's all on youravon.com. I basically gave you some ideas and how to talk to that person on our if you have any questions, or you want to me to have contact with that person and you to answer their questions, I can do that. So any questions so far? Okay. Okay, so if you have any questions, put it on the chat box, or you can also ask questions over the phone as well. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to tell you is that we have done so many different fundraisers with so many different organizations during the holidays that the options are endless. Right now we have the Thanksgiving, where families that are in need get turkeys donated. We also have Christmas coming up. We can, do a fundraiser for the less fortunate children, where we can buy toys for them or for a group. We have done fundraisers at a community, a poor neighborhood community, where we donate, we can donate food, we can donate toys, and it's all about finding the need. You find the need, you're going to have a successful fundraiser. Make sure that with every contact that you do when you're doing your events or you're out prospecting, that you include a fundraising flyer, and that you let them know that you are looking for organizations who would like to raise funds for the holidays. Okay? You want to include that. You want to say for the holidays, because that gives that person a sense of emergency. I love fundraisers because it helps somebody in need. You can have personal fundraisers, you can have individual fundraisers. I've had fundraisers where someone needed to pay medical bills, where someone needed to get wages, to cover the wages loss for a sickness. Whatever it is, you have to have the need. You have to have, something that you're going to name your fundraiser, and make it fun. If you're going to do a fundraiser for the children's hospital, use the elephant. And there's a lot of children who are there for a long period of time. You can call it give an Avon smile, for example. Give a child a smile. Be creative with what you do and make it fun, because I know that a lot of the times, especially me, I really do not take like cases when people are sick, and it really hurts me. So it's hard for me to talk about something that hurts me. So you want to make it fun, because there's nothing that you can do for that person that you're helping or that organization, but to bring them a smile and let them know that you are helping them, that you care. And right now, during the month of October, you can have events where you're doing fundraisers But you can have, if you're doing an event where you're raising funds, just know that you are one participant, okay? And there's a difference. If you're going to do an event fundraiser, it's only you who's collecting the money. If you're doing an organization, you're involving more than one person, and that's a bigger fundraiser. So, and now during the month of October, when we have all these events going, you can, you can set up a table, and you can pick an organization that you can donate baskets by, donating part of your earnings. For example, if you're doing an event for, women's shelter or the breast cancer, the local breast cancer organization, and you have, and then you have your outspoken party baskets, you're serving two purposes. You are donating $5. Avon is donating $5 to the breast cancer, but you're also earning money, 40 to 50% with the outspoken party. You can have part of those earnings donated so that you can give that organization baskets from those earnings that you're donating. And, like I said, you can call it Give a Woman a Smile, or an Avon Smile. Somebody that gets a gift, somebody that gets something that makes them look pretty, to me is more significant than any kind of money. Especially if you're doing your own event, you know that you're not going to, in that event, you're not gonna get thousands and thousands of dollars so that you can make a difference in that organization. But you can have several baskets donated with the sales of the baskets that you have there to that organization to give to a woman and make that woman smile. So that's what it's all about. I love helping the community. I love the concept that Avon has, helping women, the breast cancer crusade, domestic violence. Use that to your advantage so that you can also bring in business for you. Once you have these fundraisers of at least 20 participants, you're going to have over 400 customers coming to you and recruits. And then those people are going to have your information once you deliver the orders. You're going to have their name, their information, their emails, so you can do follow-up. And they can also recommend other fundraisers that, from their organization. So you're going to have a list of prospects, a list of people that it's going to make a big difference into your business. And that's the purpose of the fundraisers, helping an organization and bringing in business fast in terms of sales and in terms of prospects. Just make sure that when you have the order that you bag it in front of your organizer, and that you do it together, just in case there's products that are not that are not there, that they might not appear in the bag, so that you have some kind of inventory with somebody in front of you. That's my suggestion. That's one of the things that I learned the hard way when I did my fundraisers. So make sure that that order gets bagged in front of the person, from a person in that organization. And that's it. It's simple, you guys. I don't want you to break your head and say, oh my God, how am I going to start this? Don't. Just start it. Fundraisers are easy, especially for busy representatives. The business that you're going to get is huge. You basically just running the show. A person inside that organization is doing all the work, and you're just keeping in touch. If you're very busy, consider just having one fundraiser a campaign, or one fundraiser every other campaign. instead of one every campaign. So whatever your goal is, if you want to go to Vegas, you can do it, increasing sales. It's a great vacation, and I have the date. So for Vegas, it's April 1st to the 5th. Oh, no. Yeah, April 1st to the 5th. And then we have Rep Fest, Vegas also, from August 2nd to the 4th. And then we have a trip to Mexico that I also have in my calendar for next year. May 2nd to the 5th. So plan your trips, plan your goal, set your goal. If you want to save $500 for the holidays, $5,000 for the holidays, start now. You have all the tools. All you got to do is set up a schedule around your business. Nobody's going to get you out of bed. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. It's all up to you. And the more you work on your business, the more you train yourself to do the activities that I'm showing you and that are income producing activities, the easier it's going to be for you. I'm having these meetings as my commitment to my auto area team, and you know, it's a way for me to also train you who is, if you're not able to attend my local meetings, which I also do on Wednesdays, then you know that you're going to have some kind of training, not only on my YouTube videos, my YouTube channel is Avon Wings, and I have training there. And these calls are going to be in one playlist. So if you missed the other 3 calls, this is a 3rd call. You can listen to the other calls and ask questions in the bottom of the video. If I missed anything, just let me know and I will answer all your questions as you go. So I'm going to stop the recording and you can ask me questions so that we can cover whatever it is I left off. Okay, so I see you in the next training, superstars, and questions start now. Bye.